Hey guys, welcome to RBS. Today we are in beautiful Pollachi and we're looking at the 2020 BS6 Apache 200 RTR. What a color, what a bike, what a background, what a time to be. So right up from the front, you can look at the headlamp. It looks very angular. Looks like the Decepticons headlamp out of Transformers. It looks really nice, very sharp. The tanks, it looks like it has fangs. Makes it look very muscular and chunky. The entire tank is really good. It's nice and wide, gives you good thigh support when you're sitting on it, and the seat cushioning is spot on with the central red line. Makes it look very sporty, out of curvature. Even the rear, the tail lamps remind you of the older Apache. Wow, such a muscular bike with the dual shotgun exhaust. Let's listen to it. Very throaty beat from what we know for the Apache. Real nice. The only small thing that I have against the look is this particular thing. This could have been LED, would have made it look so much better, and particularly not a big fan of this. I don't know how good the camera is catching it, but in real life that does not look that good. If this was blacked out and this was an LED, this is the perfect bike. And this, India, that's it. Okay, so let's get going with the Apache. First gear is really smooth. So this is pretty much a brand new Apache and it's pretty good. It's very compact, it's nice, it sits properly in your hand. The seating portion is all nice. Clip-ons make it feel a little bit sportier. The thing I like about it is the engine noise. That shotgun exhaust really does work. I believe it's somewhere about 1920 bhp and 16 Nm of torque, which is okay. It's good for this segment. Price around 1.5 lakhs. So for that pricing, you get a Duke 125, because everything has become expensive. The R15 is expensive, the Duke 200 is expensive. Yes, the Apache cannot match their performance, but I think, I don't think you need any more performance than this. Let's see, like we are doing 5th gear, 4500 RPM. Let's drop a gear. Nice. Red shifter light, 8,000, 8,500 and 100. It's pretty good. It revs up pretty good. The seat is very nice, gives you a lot of bolstering, and I've noticed the wing mirrors are actually nice. This thing, it's directly connected. It's not like other bikes when they start getting flimsy after a particular speed. And they've done a really good job with the connectivity front. You're seeing a lot of connected cars nowadays, a lot of cars which give you live information, but connected bikes, I think it's up in the premium segment. In this segment, for this price, I don't think anybody gives you that much. Telematics on this is proper. This I button you see right here, okay, my phone's not connected. So once your phone is connected, you can look at who's texted you, who's calling you. If you have your map navigations up, it shows you over here whether you go left or right and what's your average speed, and it gives you a whole lot of information. And it's good to see that an Indian brand who makes TVS X's basically can make a bike with so much quality. The only thing that I feel is a little bit annoying from the get-go is the gearing ratio. This thing has only 5 gears. I'm doing about 70 and it's already 5,000 RPM. There's a lot of strain, there's a lot of stress on the engine. If I'm doing cruising speeds on the highway about, let's say 100 kmph, it's going to be around 7,000 RPM. Let's get it up to 100. Oh, speed breaker, yeah. We are not yet in a suitable place to get it above 100. It takes the corners pretty good. And it's a fairly light bike, 150, 155 kgs. I don't know why he's leaning in for it. Real tall gearing because of mainly being a 5-speed gearbox. Let's get it up to speed. It's climbing, and we've got it at 100. So when it's at 100, it's literally shouting its heart out above 7,000 RPM. It's screaming. I mean, there is a lot of power, there is a lot of performance, but this bike deserves a 6th gear. It requires another gear. I think the main reason that TVS did not give it a 6th gear is probably budgeting, so that they could keep it around a lakh and a 50. And yeah, like it has 19 Nm of torque and it feels torquey mainly because of this 5-speed gearbox. If it was a 6-speed gearbox, they should have increased the torque figures also. So it worked out for them in paper, it works out for them in city, but when you're cruising at 100, it's really, really noisy. It doesn't give you that sort of comfort at a high speed. Otherwise, it's a well sorted bike. So apart from the gearing, there is nothing else which you can nit and pick about the bike except for small things like the fit and finish. Like look at this. I don't think if you can see it in the camera, but the tank shakes crazy. Suspension is good. Suspension is really good. It took it really, really well. And it stays pretty planted. The exhaust, even after being a BS6 bike, the exhaust. Why after being a BS6 bike is mainly because of that addition of that particular filter. It just sucks down all the performance. It takes down all the exhaust note of the bike. I mean, if you had seen our older video of the KTM 390, the new one, the BS6 one, it is muted. It is muted. There is nothing out there. The older BS4 or the BS3 ones were real throaty, but the BS6 KTM, there's no exhaust. But this one, it's kind of maintained it. And speaking about the exhaust, it's also maintained the tradition of being a torquey bike. All generations of Apache RTRs have got the name of being torquey machines. And torquey this is. 100 in 4th. Wow. This thing sure does go. It gets dual discs up in front. Comes with ABS. Nice and planted, nice and planted. Lean it in, give it a bit of throttle and it grips. Suspension tuning on this is spot on. It's comfortable as well as it gives you a good road feel. Real good. I think this will work very good as a custom modified scrambler. The noise, the suspension, the torque, it's amazing. It's just amazing to see how much a homegrown brand has come up to. TVS Racing has played a very big part on how they tune their bikes, on how they tweak their bikes. You can see a lot of difference since when TVS has started racing. So they're bringing their racing knowledge, their racing technology straight back to the street bikes and helping us. And by helping us, we give them sales, and that sales helps them again improve. So this circle is really, really good. I think more and more manufacturers should get into racing. More and more manufacturers should try to put in their commuter models, their 200cc models, their 150cc models into racing so that they can learn from them. Where is my crew? I don't know which way to go, so I'm going to wait for them. Okay, so let's get it from a 0 to 100. Let's just wait. Let's do it in third. Nope. Fourth. Yes. Cows. You can't trust cows.
Coming to an end, all I can tell you is that this bike is a complete package. You can use its full potential. It gives you a lot of usable power. The suspension, being comfortable and soft, yet so communicative. The telematics, the best in the business. The exhaust note, styling, top notch. The gearbox, I just can't stress enough. But this needs an extra gear to do justice to the bike. Verdict? Well, it's a very strong package for the money. If you like the video, do drop a like button, do subscribe, and do let us know what you'd like to see next.